Even tying it back to my man, because I've been thinking about this. I'm saying, why didn't he just pull over? Like, that's my first question. Even down to all of that, like, come on, man, listen, everything happened for a reason, in my opinion.
What are you talking about? The new thing that we're talking about?
Yeah, well, just the build up, just everything that's been pushed in the media right now, and everything that's not being pushed in the media right now. Do you get me?
Exactly, that takes us on to our next topic, bro.
What?
That takes us on to our
Again,
next
man, for no. It's people that are out here being surprised.
no one's surprised. Do you know
I feel like people are, though.
I'm surprised.
It's social media, bro. It's an echo chamber. But when you're in the real world and you see what's going on, you open your eyes, you open your ears. You're like, bro, like, are you surprised? As soon as I heard back a couple years ago they was doing furlough, I said, you know what? We're gonna pay.
It's not, everyone, like, whenever the government or anyone says that, we're gonna give you this, they don't think about where the take is gonna come from. Do you know what I mean? It's a very closed-minded mindset.
Come on, move through, man.
Come on, man. We're rolling. We're live, man.
You know what I mean? Rolling.
Plonk yourself down, man.
Nah, that's calm.
No, man, brother. Easy.
Right,
Oh, come on. The cycling shorts, man.
The shorts. See the hammy and that.
You're right. Come on. Yeah, calm.
It's mad.
So what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, easy, man. We're easy. I'm just about to get into something deep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Deep. Yeah. We'll try and.
We just spoke about the Queen. Yeah. You know.
I'm kind of glad I missed that, though.
See, everyone's on the same tip. Everyone's trying to be politically
yeah.
correct, but sometimes there's no time for that. There's no place for that.
I'm not interested in
How you feel about Lizard?
Bro, I don't care.
My Achilles.
Bro, like,
This is what I'm trying to say, man.
No, but none of us care.
No, of
I
course.
say that in the most respectful way that I can. It doesn't really bother my life.
So you don't care that someone died?
Nah, don't.
Okay, why you got
I'm asking them a question.
Do you know why you can't ask that,
I'm
though?
doing something, fam. I'm asking them a question.
She's not related to me, bro.
Huh?
That's number one.
She's not in my immediate circle of family. So I really couldn't care.
Not just that, but respectfully, like, and I mean this in the nicest way. Someone's dropping out right now. Life continues. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's not to say that it's a don't care attitude, but I feel like there's a middle ground to where it's like I don't just because I don't care doesn't mean I have to care.
Yeah,
if you get what I'm trying to say.
Do you know what it is? I feel like they're trying to push.
The next one, bar. You get me?
Bro, he said it.
Free the world, boss.
It's life, man. It happens.
I was gonna you know how we said we're not, why are we surprised? Almost like that, yeah. One thing I will say I'm surprised about is that I didn't know the feds were carrying around firearms like how they are nowadays. That wasn't always a. No, from my understanding of it, they had tasers, they had batons,
no, but
they had everything else.
That's a particular unit, isn't
That's a unit. But then, like, obviously, like, I know you go to Central and you see certain feds carrying around assault rifles,
like the armed response.
But I didn't know that.
I don't think it's.
I knew there was around.
Like, listen, Gun Jakes has been Gun Jakes.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what time it is when you see that X5, yeah? you know, marked or not marked, yeah? They got it on them live.
It's all 19. Yeah, it's crazy.
I hear it. I'll be
crazy.
I'll be honest, like with the story, yeah. Like when I first heard it.
Should we start about what it is?
Oh yeah. In fact, we haven't.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Chris Kaba.
Yeah. Chris Kaba. R.I.P.
And first and foremost, we need answers. I feel
fucked up still.
Yeah.
It's
they keep killing the man, them guys. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
So Chris Kaba was a unarmed black man.
Yeah, he's an unarmed black man.
Shot dead by the police
in the head.
Normal.
In Lambeth.
Shot dead by the Queen's people. You understand?
And
let me not even go there.
Yeah, do you know what?
Go there,
I was about to say, let me not even bother get into that, bro.
God,
and then they want me to care about.
They want me to worry about Lizard.
Say your opinion.
And there are people out here wiping man out, but that's normal, man. That's
talk your talk.
Been happening.
You know
how to move out here.
Do you know what I thought was disgusting? You know, on BBC, they mistaked the.
They didn't mistake, bro. It was purpose.
It was purpose.
But let me talk because I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, go on.
They mistake, I put in inverted commas, the Chris Kaba march that happened. I think it was yesterday. Saturday. They mistook it for the Queen's march. So they thought people were marching for the Queen. So they had like a bird's eye view.
They broadcasted it like that.
Yeah, they brought. Yeah.
They didn't want to obviously shed light.
Yeah,
but it's been happening.
Normal tactics, though, innit?
It's been happening, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. Like I have my opinions, but death, because I've seen so much death, I stay like, let me not comment on that. Do you get what I'm saying? All right, I'm sorry you're gone, but that's as far as it goes.
No, they live all smoked him though. Huh? They live all smoked him for no reason.
Oh, for no reason, bro.
Obviously, no one's not gonna know the full thing. You feel me? I've seen a couple dash cams and not dash cams, little door cams and certain things to where stories don't add up, and you understand?
Yeah. I think that
they wanted them though. They wanted one of them, bro.
But did they say
no? But wasn't he by himself?
But this is what I'm saying. But they wanted whoever was associated with him.
Yeah.
They wanted one. Because otherwise they wouldn't have done that, bro.
But at the same time, listen, I say to people, even if that wasn't the main objective, bro, when you go look at these institutions and who are in place in these institutions at these certain roles, remember, you can't just be a gun jake, just like that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, you got, there's things
firearm,
you have to do.
You're a specialist, all of them thing there. Boy,
trained.
Check it. These men are humans as well, fam. And that's not to, no one ain't putting past is, but man's human. So man has emotions and.
You talking about the
policeman that done him.
Cool. Yeah.
You feel me? Man don't know what he could be, furthermore, he could be tapped.
I don't think
he could actually be tapped. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And respectfully, most of these people in these institutions are not all the way.
No, they're sociopaths.
You
know that guy.
You know the thing. Man's walking around. Man's got man's burner on. I'm a fed. I'll tell you what to do. I'm already racist.
Literally,
I'm already racist. That's why I work for the racist institution.
Do you know what killed me, bro? Do you know what killed me the most? What made me outraged the most a bit was he's killed this boy. Yeah, shot him in his head. He's gone home, slept, and gone back to work the next day.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah, it's normal for them, man.
Normal.
Normal.
Cold blood.
Normal day at work for them.
What makes you feel that you should shoot an innocent man whilst he's in the car? Yeah, and there's feds in front of him. There's feds behind him. He can't move nowhere. You've not even tried to detain him.
Yeah.
You've not even tried to detain him and put him on the floor.
Yeah.
There weren't none of that. My man was catty to bust his mash. This is what I'm trying to say. This happens all the time. Obviously, unfortunately,
line of duty.
It's because it's one of us. We're gonna feel it. He's young and all these type of things. Feds have been bunning people, bro, with no questions. Do you get me?
It's just about how
here, America, everywhere they'll bun you and
to cover it up. Which way we're gonna cover it up this time?
It's mad. Do you know what's mad? I was having this conversation the other day with someone. I can't remember who I was having it with. A friend of mine's mum. And I said, look, you see the way they're killing people in America, black men in America, like the feds and that. I said, if the feds were ever given, if all the feds in England were ever given guns.
It's long. I'm not stepping up myself.
I'm not going out,
bro.
I'm not. Because you see that kid from the estate, you see Tyrone down from the block who's always getting in trouble. He's gone.
100%.
He's gone, bro.
Just waiting, innit?
No explanation.
Yeah.
But can I just say something?
They'll wipe out half of us, you know,
it's
bro.
true. But that's the scariest thing about it. It's facts.
And again,
if they were ever given license to carry guns over here, how they carry guns in America?
Peak,
it's long.
It's nuts, isn't it?
It's long.
Even the way as a normal civilian, man, them work here. We all pay taxes, bro.
It would. I'd be fearful to step up my house.
Yeah, we pay tax, and the way some of us get frisked up and searched up for no reason.
For how we dress in it, how we look in it. You know how the thing is. Again, the rules are not fair because the rules are not in place to be fair. Do you get, Aaron? It's not for us.
Yeah. We're complaining that the game's not fair.
So hear what I'm saying, and I mean this. I mean this in the most nicest way possible.
You want to go to
man got to be accountable on both sides.
FIFA and that.
Do you get me? And by that I mean hear what I'm saying. Of course, man's kicking off a storm. The people that's supposed to protect us has done the complete opposite.
Yeah.
But my nigga, we're out here killing each other every day, bro.
Bro. But where does that start from?
Don't get said, bro.
But where does it start from, though?
Do you feel me? And I feel like, where does it start from? You tell me.
It's institutionalized, isn't it? We've been
Bro,
programmed.
listen. Put it this way, yeah. The same way man are celebrating Lizzie's death, man are killing each other and celebrating their deaths.
Yeah.
Of course, I understand.
Do you feel me?
And
so
there's a bigger
we gotta
issue
keep
at
the
hand.
same. We gotta keep the same energy on both parts.
No, we do.
Yes, this is right to kick off a stink here because this is crazy, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You think
We
you
do.
could ban my what? Mad. Do you get me?
What you're
However,
saying is right,
I'm gonna feel the same type of way to where for you on the road was to go on,
Yeah,
do
of
the same
course.
thing.
Of course. But then we're dealing with, in my opinion, two separate scenarios here. In the sense of when the Fed is killing a young man, I feel like it's racially aggravated because
Of course.
because they've not done their due diligence to take him out, detain him, question him and do whatever.
The usual sort of practice that they would go
when you're
about
talking
doing.
about things in the hood and the man them killing each other, it's wrong. Point blank, period. But how did that start? The thing is, yeah, I believe we've been put in a sort of a circumstance where
crabs in a bucket, mate.
The crabs in a bucket mentality has been programmed and burned into the minds of the man them from certain pockets of London or the UK that it's irreversible now, bro.
No, it's not irreversible.
And when I say irreversible,
why are you not out there stabbing up people?
No, hear me out though. When I say irreversible, there are some guys
of London.
There are some people that are literally born into that.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no way out for them. In the sense of they can't see another way out.
We got lucky.
That's all they know.
Whether they can see one or not doesn't mean there's not one.
No, but put it this way, yeah. Okay, you've got I was having this convo with my wife the other day. Yeah? You got people that are from the hood that get music contracts and they get done over in the music contracts. You got people from the hood that are good at football. They get an agent and they get done over.
I'm getting done over every day.
No, but hear me out though. Is it their fault that they're good at something? They come from poverty or they come from a working class background, yeah, and they see an opportunity to get them out of that, and someone's taken advantage of them and left them in a bad situation. It's not their fault. How are they supposed to have knowledge of that beforehand if they've not seen it before?
Of course, but
that's my point. That's my point there.
But it all boils down to education, bro. Knowledge.
I was going to say that.
And this is the point. We should be doing better as a people anyway.
We should
to be. Like I said, man's too worried about what's going on here, and it's not even man's country, bro. We've got no say here.
And when you think about,
you get what I'm trying to say,
but it doesn't cover over what started that in the first place. When we first came over here, bro,
I feel like man can only use that excuse for so long. Cause man know right from wrong, bro. That's the bottom line.
But then if somebody's institutionalized, bro, like for example, someone's been in prison from a very young age, in and out. Some people don't want to come out, bro. They don't know any better. They don't know any better.
And then you have that same, but then you have the same scenario where that person comes out and says, "You know what? Like I said, this is what it all comes down to. But
what I'm trying to say, but we cannot forget the fact that some people actually feel there is no other way.
No, but then do you know what it is?
Sometimes that's not down.
No, I get that. But when you go right down deep to the root, it is down to your personal choices.
The individual
choices and decisions, bro. That's all we got in life.
Some people actually generally feel they don't have that choice.
But that's what they feel.
Your feelings and the facts are two different things.
Okay. Okay. When we grow up, when we was in school, who knew about tax? Who knew about it?
Not me.
Doesn't mean that we weren't educated. We just didn't know.
No, we weren't educated on the right things.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say. So if you're in an environment and your whole life you're told that this is what's good, this is what you have to do. You have to get your grades in A levels, GCSEs,
go through the system,
go through the degree, go through the system, and then you get a good job, and then you work out the rest of your days until you're old and crippled, and you get a pension if you're lucky, and then that's it, you die. If that's what you've been taught from a very young age, programming, institution, how are you going to know any different you know different?
No,
because somebody shows you.
Yeah, but you've also seen other people in and around you.
No, but sometimes people don't see that. Sometimes this is the crabs in the bucket mentality.
Which I get.
All you can see around you is, okay, he's getting money, he's getting the girls, he's got the cars. This is what I can see. He's the cool guy.
I don't know.
He's the cool guy.
Then you also see the brother that is working hard, who chose a different path.
But
there's always one brother in there.
There's always one.
And the people in your family.
The problem is he's not glorified. This is the problem.
Yeah,
it starts with us, bro. We're celebrating the wrong things. We're glorifying the wrong things.
Yeah.
The things that people. It's normal. You know how the thing is, bro. We've all been young. We've all thought we would. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but let's go back to the tax thing.
Sorry, let me just chime in with one more thing. Sorry, Sean.
Go.
I wanted to say to that is that there was an element of unity at one point, even if it was our grandparents' generation. There was an element of people coming together, especially black people, to say that we are going to fight against a cause. Now more so, we're fighting against each other.
And when did it change?
That's an institute.
When did it change?
What do you mean? Forget our grandparents, bro.
Yeah.
When they smoked Mark Duggan, I saw how we rose up.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
We rose up, but then in the midst of that, there were people that were being stupid and doing it for no reason.
Of course,
there was no cause.
But don't get it twisted. I saw it, bro. Man that had problems, and it's not that right now. Bigger cause. Do you get it? Because
they were like, "Rod, you know what, brothers in arms here, let's roll out."
If Putin was to like drop a bomb on us or something crazy like that, and it really was like, "Oh my days, it looks like the end of the world, like World War, whatever." Most people out here are hopeless. When you look at it's the reality of oh shit, this is what actually really matters.
Yeah.
That time, Mark Duggan, I feel like there was a small glimmer of people. Oh shit, this is what really matters. We can't have this.
You know what I
was even just going back until you, and then you can carry on with that. But you know what you're saying about obviously, man, them didn't know about taxes like growing up, so it's kind of a thing where
we didn't know about tax. We didn't know about investments or trading or nothing like that.
Yeah, I understand that, but how do we know about that now?
Some people, we've seen what some people have done, but how did those people get brought in? We still don't know.
But all right, cool. But
it starts with having an open mind.
Well, this is it, because do you know what it is? Sometimes hold on. Because what it is sometimes is that no, because I was saying what.
I'm going like landlord talking shit.
Sometimes what it is is if you're in a situation and you don't like your situation, if you got the right mind, open mind, you start to think, all right, how can I change the situation? You're not going to be like, all right, tax is unfair, so I'm just going to let the government just take my money. You're going to be like, all right, cool. Is there other ways that I can,
lower the percentage
and things like that? And how are you going to find that out? You go out and do your due diligence. You go and read. You go and do your own thing.
That's what people are not doing. That's what we're not doing.
That's it.
Reading.
That's it.
Do you understand? You can only blame yourself. Like, I get it. Your environment.
There's a level of accountability that we have, we should have,
that we don't.
And I understand that.
And that's probably programmed in us as well.
But then you have to ask, this is what we're not doing. Why don't we have that? Why? Oh, that's the question. Why? Why do we not have that? Even if you go back to the film Boys in the Hood, and you got My Man's Dad, and he's talking about gentrification. It's been happening for years, but we've only been privy to it for the past 10 years? Them man are all 30 years ahead of us, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they're planning things, they're doing things. Why is it when you go to the hood, you've always got chicken shop, you've always got corner shop?
No, but we're gonna know that though. But our parents have seen gentrification from time as well.
But hear what I'm saying, bro. Because once upon a time, right, Brixton was known as a very, very rough area, but there was unity in Brixton. I know that because my mum was a Brixtonite, bro. She was there in the first Brixton, right? She said not even police could go into Brixton at a certain point. How did that change, my brother? That is what I'm asking.
I feel like we're looking too deep into it. Cause man, I'm trying to claim something that's not rightfully ours anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
I
hear you. I fully hear you. But
look at the history as well, then, bro. There was Black Wall Street in America. Do you understand? The principles are no different to over here in England, bro. Do you understand? But we have communities. We had black communities, bro. And now they're ruined.
Everything's been flipping reverse.
And now they're ruined. But how has that happened? This is my question.
What does being a Brixtonite, as you said, what does that mean?
She's just from Brixton, bro. She's just from Brixton.
All right, but
I know that. But I'm saying she was from Brixton. All right, you lot are laughing.
No. We're not laughing, bro. From Brixton. Come on, fam. My mom's is from Bricky as well, fam.
I'm not making it into a thing of I'm saying that there was a point in time where Brixton was a place where black people resided.
No, what the reason why I asked, what does that mean? I thought like that was like a
she's
group
just an original.
No, that's not even what I meant. That's not even what I meant.
Brixton person.
I get that.
I know what Sean's trying to ask.
Yeah, but then what I'm trying to say is, alright, so you're saying your mum was a Brixtonite and that, yeah. But then you know what Jordan was saying about, well, Brixton wasn't originally ours anyway. Like it's like
this is what like
it wasn't man fighting over postcodes.
Okay. I'm not talking about fighting over postcodes right now. I'm talking about we came over here for work opportunities. That's the bottom line. We came here for work opportunities. We were placed in these places because we didn't have these places before. They was putting people in bunkers, bro. People didn't even have a toilet to go do doing. Do you understand? They had to go do it in a bucket. Do you understand? If you didn't know this, speak to our grandparents.
But then the unity kind of boils down to the people that are there, not where you are.
So what I'm trying to say is that we worked hard together. Brixton is known as a black community. Peckham is known as a black community where you have a Caribbean community, you have an African community. Yeah. Do you understand? These were our communities. They were thriving. There was a point in time when we moved over here. Do you know about the Teddy Boys? No, they were white people, right? They were brucking up black people left, right, and centre. To this day, I don't understand the diaspora was between people from African countries and people from Caribbean countries. Because back then, my mum, my nan, they would tell you that if a black person was walking by themselves, whether you're Caribbean, African, or whatever, you're walking together. Doesn't matter if you don't know each other. You're walking together. If the Caribbeans were here first, right? When some people from
Because it
African
was a
countries
different
came
war
over,
that they were fighting, though, bro.
No, but I'm saying, so where did we lose the unity, bro?
Remember, racism's never disappeared. You know, it's just it's just slowly.
Do you get
the
where I'm
curtain's
coming
been-
from?
I get what you
I get what you're saying. I just think there's different
Yeah,
generations.
but there's different generations, but through the like how
That's lost how
can it get
that
lost
togetherness?
through that, bro?
Because
That's
we
what I'm
lost
asking.
the aim of the.
I get what you're asking, but it has.
No,
Point
but-
I bring,
yeah,
it
but
has.
when-
No, but it's
lost.
been the case, bro. Even
Bro,
in them
when-
generations,
it's the younger-
even,
it's the
even,
younger minds
even
that's
listen,
been
Hold on,
Listen to me,
one at a time.
Let me finish. When people are coming from the Caribbean, right, the education in the Caribbean is far ahead of the education over here in England.
Yeah, facts.
When they were
100%.
coming
I
from
was
the Caribbean,
schooled in Barbados.
Exactly. So you know, but when they were coming from the Caribbean in our parents' age and our grandma's age, they were testing them based according to how England tests people from England. It didn't mean that they were stupid. They just didn't understand where they were coming from. So when they didn't understand where they were coming from, they were saying, "Oh, this person's dumb. It's called a tap, but he's calling it a pipe. It's not a pipe." Do you understand? So already they've put us in a box, bro. Already they've told us that you're stupid, you don't know what you're doing, you need to go here to special educational needs. And when they're in special educational needs, they're either being abused or they're just allowed to muck about and not learn nothing. Do you understand? This is where the disconnect comes from, bro. It's deeper than that. And then what they do is they start introducing different things like drugs into the community. Okay, it started off with weed, then it went to then it went to cocaine. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you make money from this drugs thing. Okay, so we're from this side of the manor, you're from that side, you're over on our patch. How are we gonna beat them up? Let me introduce guns. Let me introduce knives. It's deeper than it's just a mentality, and you know what? We need to fix the mentality. It's so far deep.
No,
like,
of course.
into
Listen,
the brain.
the matrix has been instilled from.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This is what I'm trying to say. Cool. But we know this already now. How much times are we gonna analyze what's the matrix and the system, and
when we've been
and not
knowing
act
what it-
accordingly to be
yeah.
like, okay, well, if I know that turning left means that I'm gonna bun up my foot, well, I'm gonna turn right then. Like, do you get what I'm telling you? What are you gonna do? Still turn left?
We know that
And
feds
you're
have
aware
been
of it.
putting guns into the community.
I'm
We
with
know
you,
that.
my brother. I'm with all of you. I understand that, but I also cannot turn a blind eye to those that genuinely feel like their backs against the wall and they have no other option because it's not been shown to them. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
I was watching the interview the other day with what's my guy's name? Backroad G on YouTube, and he was having a similar conversation with this girl called Cheyenne. Yeah, and he was basically saying, she was saying the same things that Mandem are saying in here. Like, there's always a choice. If you open your eyes and you look enough, you can always find out information. And he was saying, I hear where you're coming from, but you cannot tell someone else that they have another choice when they genuinely feel like they don't have a choice. He said for him, if someone didn't approach him about his music, he would still be doing what he was doing. He doesn't know whether he'd be dead or alive.
But you know what, regardless of how you feel, if I tell you that,
fuck your feelings, bruv.
No, yeah, regardless of how you feel, if I tell you that there is you always have a choice.
The facts are the
regardless of
facts.
whether you want to hear that or not.
Okay.
Bro,
let me take it to another level then, yeah, where Mandem will understand. My missus does a certain line of work, yeah, and she works for a certain company, and she gets to interview people for certain jobs, right? And basically, the other day there was an interview for this particular place in a particular role, and there was I think there was an Eastern European man that came in for the interview. There was a young middle class white lady that came in for the interview from English heritage, and then there was one of the last interviews was a black lady, right? Something that happens in England is when it comes to recruiting is called mirroring, where you hire people that look like you, sound like you, because you can relate with them.
Yeah, it's a natural bias.
It's bias.
It's subconscious.
Do you understand? So if you're dealing with things like that and you know, okay, let me tell you the story. So the Eastern European man had all the theory for this job, but he never actually had any practical experience. The young middle class English lady had a little bit of experience, but she's never actually been in that particular role, and they weren't sure whether she'd be able to manage the magnitude of the role because she's not had that experience before. Then there was the black lady that had all the experience they needed, and she was a no-brainer basically for the role. But after the interviews, the panel, obviously, you know, my wife is black, the rest of the panel were right. They were saying that, you know, okay, the Eastern European guy, he's not you know,
cut out for it, kind of blah blah blah. The white lady, they wanted to take her.
They were thinking, do you know what?
Give her a chance.
Maybe we can train her, but we're still in an R and we're not sure, and XYZ and blah blah blah. But they had a question mark next to her name, right? But they were ready to take her because they could relate to her.
Yeah,
she's what they look like. It's easy to relate. It's easy to get on. The black lady now, they were in and R'ing, and my missus was sitting there thinking, you know what? This is going to be interesting because she's perfect for the role. Yeah. But what I've witnessed is you lot trying to put this lady over her because you can relate to her. Do you get what I'm saying? And then at the end, they were concurring with each other, and they actually said, you know what? Had we had interviewed this black lady first, we would have given her the job on the spot. Because they were thinking about the skills and everything. You know, when you go for an interview, they got the matrix and everything like that. Yeah. What my wife had witnessed was, what do you call it? Racial unconscious bias. Unconscious bias. Yeah. If that is happening in the top jobs already, right, and you're down here, you don't know anything to do with the real world. All you know is your block. All you know is your area and what you do in that. And then you got people that are coming out of that, working up towards higher positions, and they cannot get it.
They still can't push the barriers, of course.
Yeah. They cannot get it. Do you get what I'm saying? How are you gonna feel?
I know, but do you know
why are we always trying to infiltrate their thing instead of build up your own thing?
But we've tried to build our thing and they keep tearing it.
But that too,
like what?
It's because we're trying to build it on their. Hey, maybe because we're trying to build it on their turf.
Give me an example.
The gentrification, bro. We've had our things in these inner London cities. We've had our communities for ages. People that own the corner shops, people that own the food shops, they're thriving. But gentrification, they want to come in, buy out all these places, send them to God knows where, and then turn them into blocks and flats.
And do you know why
people can't afford?
Can I say something? Do you know why? Do you know why man for stop finding excuses? In my opinion, as far as a whole, as a culture, as people, as one, us, rude boy, the Asians, no matter where they go in the world, they operate the same.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I'm with you.
Money, I tell you what, money transfers through about 5 to 10 Asians before it gets to a white or black man.
Do you want to know why?
You understand?
Do you want to know
the same with all these other cultures, bro, or races, or however you want to look at it.
Listen, the reason why the Asian community, the white community, bro,
Jewish, all of them,
Jewish. Do you want to know why they thrive?
They've got nepotism.
They work together.
Yeah. They've got nepotism.
Yeah. They work together.
The Asian man's alright with invited his wife into the house, and then they stay in the house and they put all their money together and buy a shop.
As a black people, we don't work together.
So then that shows you there's a deep-rooted issue here, because everybody wants to be number one.
Yeah, nobody it's installed in us, isn't it? The hatred towards our own. Do you get me?
And then again, where does that start from? Yeah.
And I know that, but do you know what? It doesn't stop the brother from not having to be on the roads and grabbing a yodel van and doing deliveries and doing something that's a bit more.
That's. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's a lot of people that do that, but what are they realizing? It's not enough.
I know it's not enough.
It's not enough. So when all your choices are getting taken away, how are you supposed to react?
So then the mindset. You guys are saying that the mindset in the black community is obviously like it's wrong. We need to have a better mindset.
We need to do better.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, all right. So see, if I said to you, yeah, let me 20k, yeah, you might not see the benefit of that while you live, but your kids may, or your grandkids may see the benefit of that. You don't know yet, but are you going to give me that 20 grand? You don't know me, by the way.
I don't know you.
You don't know me, by the way.
No, bro.
Why? You just know I'm black.
No.
Why not?
Because
I like that one.
Hold on, because you're telling me. Okay, cool. In this day and age, we're doing things to either to secure our futures, to secure our futures of ourselves, of our children, of our grandchildren, etc. So if you're telling me you're not going to see anything in your life. Already flag number one, but then telling me my children or my grandchildren, they may not see anything from that either.
So but why not though? Because the thing is, if I'm telling you, scratch the 20k. If I tell you to come work for me,
yeah,
I'll pay you when we're up as a community. Yeah, when the company's up. Yeah. Now that could be when your children are old.
I think that it all boils down to what it is I'm working for. If I believe and your vision. I see whatever it is you're working towards. I believe in that. There's loads of factors that play into that.
But
I can't just be like, I'll call you a black here. Let me come work for you.
But then again, I feel like again with the like Jewish community, Asian community, and stuff like that. It's like with the Asian community, I've seen it myself.
They're way more open to
one person don't even have to like the person to then work with them and come up with a solution. You're thinking about all these, all the factors variables that come into play and the variables. And I'm not saying you're wrong for that because, well, in a sense I am, but I'm saying that we all, in a sense, but I say that we all do it. Because if you're gonna ask me about borrowing money or anything like that, I'm gonna think, when am I gonna get back? Is this worth it? All this and that. I'm not thinking about the long term. I'm not being selfless. I'm thinking about, all right, what's this gonna do for my community?
Yeah, but we're not raised like that.
We're not raised like that.
And the Matrix, should be like that. The Matrix is not designed, especially for us, to operate in that sort of manner. That's not to say, I say this all the time. There's enough black millionaires, Don't get ever to it. There's enough black men that's rich.
So, is the Matrix designed for Asians to thrive like that?
I feel like they're higher up. I feel like they're higher up in the scale than us.
But why though?
Just because of how things
because of how they conduct business.
Because of what they do, right?
Do you know what it is?
Do you know Asian man killing Asian man?
No, you do.
No.
Go look at their countries. You do. They set them on fire and do mad stuff.
I'm talking about over here.
Oh, do you know why? Because do you know what? No other race's underbelly is highlighted as much as the black person. Do you know how much black people are working and paying taxes and are good? And then, but people have a perception of us because of what's been shown in the media. So if that's happening already,
and this is what I was going to say.
But you've said it on another podcast another episode where you said you can't help someone else's perception of us. So regardless of what your perception of us is, I don't care. Like it might be difficult for me to get a job because of the color of my skin. Cool, but I am going to work as hard as I can.
It's the mentality.
You know what I mean? I'm going to work. I'm going to work as hard as I can. All right, cool. That might be a reason why I didn't get that job or I didn't get some kind of reward, but I don't care because no, that's wrong. I do care, but it's a thing where I'm thinking, all right, cool. I need to work as hard as I can. Cool, that didn't work. All right, cool. There needs to be another route.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But man don't have that. Man think, okay, cool. I've tried it once. I want to go back to what I know.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm not.
But then that boils down to having a choice of sticking to the grind,
what choice,
or just reverting back.
It's just anything, Car. Even like
tying. You get what I'm saying?
Even tying it back to my man, Even tying it back to my man. Car, I've been thinking about this. I'm saying, why didn't he just pull over? Like that's my first question. Because ultimately, it's about your safety, bro.
Who's talking about?
Listen,
Chris Kaba. Yeah.
I've been stopped by gun jakes. I know it's
scary, but
you know the thing, especially how we dress, whether or not. Come on, we're all working men here.
Yeah,
but they don't know that. We look a certain way, so they're gonna deal with you a certain way. The problem is, obviously, it didn't get to that in his situation, but I've seen it in many a time. You know the thing, man. Man always want to be black. You get it? Man want to do the nigger thing, bro.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're gonna look at us like that.
Yeah.
You don't give them no other.
Yeah.
But then why? Are they doing that?
And the only way, I don't even really want to mention it like that. But again, and I've seen the things on social media, and I agree. Irrespective of what he does, no one knows. You can have your opinions and ideas or whatnot. I'm sure we've all, irrespective of that, nothing that should have never happened.
Yeah, of course.
But that's why my question is, because again, it's choices and decisions. We don't know if he just pulled over.
Yeah,
my man probably could have still bun him. Because that's just how he was feeling today, and that's he set out to. You understand? We don't know him of what he was. In his heart.
But then we have to ask.
My man tried to skate out, bro.
He did, but we have to ask, why did he try to skate out? What positions has he been in before?
He was probably right. That's not to say you're not scared, but bro.
Of course.
What positions has he been in before? I've been listening to so many lives and interviews, and I've heard people that are coming from a similar background to him that are doing very well right now. That they're telling the youth, look, if you're stopped on a back road by police,
it's long.
Run somewhere so that there's people around.
On the main street, main
road. In one instance, we're saying we have to do better, and there's choices out there. In another instance, it's like if we don't make certain choices, how are we gonna stay safe? So for me, and my thing is, I'm with you guys that the way I've been brought up and the good people that I've had around me and the brothers that are around, you know that okay, there are choices in life. There are certain things that you can get access to if you have the right links or if you know where to look, right? There are some people in this life, unfortunately, that just do not feel like they have that opportunity or have those choices, regardless of what we think, regardless of if we say there are choices out there. There are some people whose backs are so up against the wall that they don't have that.
A lot of the time, Daniel, you keep mentioning feelings. The problem in this world, and it is a cutthroat world, but I need to know how to separate their feelings from
But
facts.
how do you do that? How do you do
facts.
that from a young age? How do you do that if you're not privy to anything else? How? So then it's down to us. It's like you're saying, it's down to us to start educating the youngsters.
Educating, innit?
But when a youngster is in a certain position, how do you get that across to them if in their mind there's nothing else? How do you get that across? Because we've all come from a generation where you know there's been a lot of bad people around us, and some of them have not survived. Some of them are in prison. Some of them have turned their life around. The ones that have turned their life around are the anomaly. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of them will even say, "I don't even know how I'm here today. I don't even know why I made that decision. I felt like I never had choices at the time, but now I realize I did."
I feel like it's about what you're in this for as well. Do you feel me? I feel like right now, especially in this whole Generation Z thing, I feel like there's definitely a disconnect between what we would used to consider olders, and the young Gs. Do you feel me? I feel like that's a very big issue in regards to curving their mindset of. Right now, the youth them are just unruly. Straight fact.
But this is it.
They're not going to listen to me, you. They're not even going to listen to the man that's better than them.
So that's my question.
Do you understand?
How do we change that, bro?
Ego. There's too much ego and pride in the hood and all these things.
It's a sticky
the
one.
problem with us. It's sticky. Do you feel me? But then my thing is, even with this situation of what happened, how does man move forward? Because let's just say my man gets fired and all of that. Do you think that stops all these other racist white men that are in the feds that are catty to bust their gun? You get me? That are itching to see one of these little black youths that their youth probably listens to and they don't like it. You feel me? They got their youth walking around their house talking different to the way they talk. Remember, it's all of that type of stuff. You know that fuels
there's a lot going on.
the fire.
Do you know what as well though? I feel like one of the things that we do as a community as well is that when we do have the people that want to, you know, create a community for, you know, the youth to be better and, you know, show them the opportunity of the other ways that they can go. We don't, the guidelines that we use, we don't go with the times. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of us who want to show the youth like there's a better way to go, this and that, we're still doing it based off when we were younger. Whereas you see how Gen Z, they don't like to listen. Sometimes you have to talk in their language for them to be able to understand.
I don't
and
think it's all of them though, bro.
No, I didn't say it was all of them.
It's the majority.
It's the majority though.
It's the majority though, because a lot of them, when you see it in so many different forms.
It's just the lack of being human, bro. It don't exist. Being human don't exist in most of these youths. Like just the natural humanness of. That's what I'm saying.
But that's
the difference between
the internet
to where our generation, we were still going through this. You know how it is. History repeats itself. Everything you're doing, we've been seeing it done. But at the same time, we come from a certain cloth to where we were able to have a certain.
You're right, because we had a respect for elders.
Right, it's a different sort of mindset.
And then where did that change? Because that started changing with us guys as well in our generation.
When
All
they
that
start
shows to me,
thinking,
personally, is how insecure most people and when you study people and like the psychological effects of certain things and just how the brain works, and then you look at that within your actual people. I feel like I understand my people. That's why I like my reactions and that. It's not. I'm not too mad emotionally connected. I'm like, I see the bigger picture, bro. This is everywhere.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's not.
Of course.
We are our own problem. It's been that way. We can't keep pointing at.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But
and that's the insecurities within ourselves. We're not taught to love ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We're not taught to love our peoples.
It's true.
We was in school talking about you're African.
You see
what? That's crazy. That's the point. Lack of education, bro. No one went sitting man down and
that's in the Western world.
But this is one. But we're in their world. We're playing the game, bro. We're playing their matrix.
I understand, but then
all you can do is just try and finesse the best way possible. You can't try and become Neo, bro.
And how do we finesse
Neo don't look like us, bro.
And how do you finesse it?
You get me?
No, Neo, he does. Who did they steal the story from?
Yeah. The original Neo looked like us. You understand? It's not been our world. It's not been our world for a very, very long time.
And this is why I feel
world.
like.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You can never be upset that the game is not going in your favor because it's not your game. It's not your game.
It's not our game.
All you can change is about how you play.
I don't feel like it's fair to say you can't be upset about how it works because it affects you directly.
You can be upset, but I don't feel like you should let that upset dictate your actions or be an excuse for your actions.
And
do you understand?
You see what you're saying? I'm with you.
Like House of Commons.
No. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm with you. But then when you do start to make movements and you start to realize, raw, that's what it's like there.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there? Because I've seen that.
You still keep going.
Because no, I'm not saying you stop. I'm not saying you stop. I'm saying like how much? Yeah. Obviously, you got to ram the door open. You got to ram the door open, which is why there's so many black millionaires now. Which is why there's so many black people in trading now, entrepreneurs and stuff like that. You got to ram the door open by any
Enough
means
people
possible.
are out here breaking the mold, bro.
But they're breaking the mold. But where the bread is.
Oh no, we can't touch that.
No.
What, the 3%? We can't touch that.
Are you talking about the old money?
Bro, there's a reason why. There's a reason why. It's only Jay-Z that's the billionaire, bro. There's only like deep it. Just like ones and twos and
why are they telling
and for the most other people, you know how the thing is, bro. Again, it's their matrix, bro. You see where man tell you red pill and blue pill. You think that's not cap.
Yeah.
Do you get me? There's certain.
London that we're in, it's monopoly.
It's about your moral code.
It's monopoly.
I'm going to tell you for free, especially within a certain institution that's on the Western world. And if you're dealing with the superpowers of the Western world, if you want to attain a certain level, bro, it's the red pill or the blue pill.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And if you want to take that red pill and not fucking condone to what they want you to do,
they'll finish you, bro.
You know what comes next.
They'll finish you.
Do you understand? You don't get to that. You don't get to that bracket.
Listen, you know what? We could
talk about
it
until next week.
It's mad. Listen, you know what?
It's mad.
In the comments, drop us let us know if you want a part 2, please.
Can I just before we wrap this, I just want to go around like maybe one word or one sentence answer, but just in regards to because it is such a serious thing.
Yeah.
And I want this individually, personally, not what you think as a people or whatnot, like, but each of you, lot, I'll say as well myself. Like, what do you, like I said, from this particular situation, where do you think the next steps are in regards to moving in a positive way? Like, where would you...
For the black community?
Yeah, and just in regards to directly this, of what's happened, the unarmed black man being shot. Because realistically, that's any of us, innit?
Yeah.
That is the reality of the story. It's any of us. It's any of our family members. That's why it hits so hard.
Of course.
Where would you, or if you was in that situation, what would you like to see in regards to going forward? To make it like not even just change,
I'd have to think about
or
that,
even to feel like something's being like, okay, this is because nothing's ever gonna feel like it's enough, but just that I don't like to use the word justice because how can you have justice? Really, I come from that era. You like kill my picnic, bro. You have to go. But that's justice. You get me?
Yeah.
So like, just very quickly before we wrap. What do you we'll start with Sean? Like, what do you think?
You know what? I said I have to think, fam. So you go.
Okay. Go on, bro.
I was gonna say that I think initially, for the family anyway, there needs to be a homicide investigation, and that needs to be put in place. And
I think they've started it. They've started as a homicide.
Yeah. From what I've seen,
so they need to start that, and they need to follow through with it, and they need to not delay anything, or use excuses as to the delay. I think that authority-wise, you know, we put our trust in the police, but we're meant to be able to for those situations. I think it's disgusting and disgraceful how they pulled him over on the back of a automatic license plate being red and it being associated flagged up as gun. That all of that, like the excuse, the bullshit that they're basically feeding us, and then saying that was the reason why. It almost holds no weight behind it because it still doesn't justify.
Someone saying we don't give a fuck about you.
Like, why would you still let off a gun in that scenario? Just because it's been reported. Yeah. If I'm driving around and it's been reported that I've had cannabis in my car or whatever like that, like you're gonna pull me over and search the car first before you're gonna detain me for
to see if it's even correct.
So basically, what in hindsight, what I'm getting from you, because this is what I was gonna say as well. I'd like us to be treated fairly as human beings. Honestly, no.
But this has been
like a rosy world with
This has been a battle for how many years?
Jordan asked, "What would we like to see different?" Do you understand? So instead of, I saw a video the other day of like a kid in like year 7. 4 feds on top of him. And 2 are kneeling on his legs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Do you understand?
And people are telling him, he's a little boy.
He's a little boy.
He's a little kid.
So for me, first of all, in order to make me feel a bit more comfortable around police, I would like them to treat us as human beings, first of all.
But bro,
do you understand? I'm asking
I get it. But just hearing that,
obviously,
it's just like,
so even just hearing that, how do we fix it? No, you're asking me what I'd like, and I'm saying,
you want to know?
That's not a we problem. That's not us problem.
Yeah,
us being treated fairly, that's not our problem.
I feel like,
but he's asking what I would like.
How do you feel?
I know. Not that. I'm not even getting frustrated with you. I'm just getting frustrated.
But I get the point. I get it.
But this is what I'm saying.
How do we even need to be asked to be treated fairly?
If you get it, because guaranteed, if that was a little Asian child or white child, let me say white child.
But they would not be having man on top of his legs.
They wouldn't. They would have him there surrounding him, saying, "What are you doing?" Blah blah blah.
Bro, we've seen it with the justice
Mm.
system anyway, with sentences and people going.
Oh, come on, man.
It's like I said, the racism already exists.
Yeah.
So stop trying to think that you can solve that because it's not
caught up
going
in there,
nowhere.
bro.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? The same way we again, our problem is we always want to be accepted by them and looking for the approval and blah blah blah. And this is the point: we don't celebrate each other.
But that's the biggest thing, though. What's not so crazy?
What?
Like, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but in my head, I really don't give a damn anymore if I'm accepted or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Like,
by who? By them man or us man?
No, not by us, man. By them, man.
Okay, all right.
I don't care anymore.
Them man could be anyone like that.
That's why I'm saying it like that. And I really couldn't care less
and I
if them man respect me anymore or they look at me as equal. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't care less because at the end of the day, what is your opinions doing for my life?
Yeah.
And just very quickly, that's a very good point, by the way. And that's why I always say to people, be you. Like enough people might, you know how it is, Dan. We've been certain places and a man will say like, you know, you're being a bit too. You feel me? I'm saying, boy, I'm gonna be me wherever I go. They're gonna have to accept it, and it is what it is.
You lump it like it or lump it.
You feel me?
Lump it. But
big up LV.
But yeah, just to wrap up as well. Your question, Jordan, we'll put that to the
we'll put that to the
put down.
Like
whatever. Yeah, what do you think? What's the next step? What would you like to see from? You know, from the actions of what's happened with obviously this unfortunate situation. Just put it down in the comments, and you know,
and one more thing as
well.
Go on. How do we help each other?
How do we help?
It's not even each other. No, it's the youth, bro. It starts with the youth, bro.
The youth is us, bro. We're all one. But do you understand? How do we help the youth? But how do we help one another?
Do you know what's funny though? Real deep it, and I've always thought about this when I got a bit older. I'm saying instead of man, it's only when you're watching certain shows, but so instead of man, go and infiltrate these institutions from within and start. Cause deep it, you're black, bro.
I know what you mean.
Just off the dome, you're like, what? Police officer? Not a chance.
Yeah, you need to be.
Do you get it? However, deep how it would be viewed if the majority of police officers were us. Whole different perspective. It would be a whole different, just your whole ideology of a Fed and how you look at a Fed.
You know, they would never allow that to happen.
But you know what? Just to add to that. Yeah, I know we're gonna wrap up. Yeah, but there's a series called Small Acts on BBC. And there's an episode. There's a couple episodes. The first one's about Mangrove Cafe. If you know about that, over in Notting Hill.
It's good.
And but there's one episode about a police officer, first black police officer that enters into the Metropolitan.
Oh, is that thing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So if you haven't watched it, go watch that. But
I'm not saying for the youth them to become a Fed, innit? Go chase your dreams. But I'm just saying.
But it's a good point.
It's how you start to build up your own thing, and before you know it, it's like right.
That one as well.
I know.
You know what I mean, but when I go deep, But let me just. You know what I mean? There's levels to that one because superintendent, you lot watch Line of Duty.
Yeah, of course.
You lot. Anyways, I was gonna start with when these kids are getting kidnapped on the street and that you think they don't know where they are. Like UK, London is one of the most surveillanced cities in the world.
Don't get me started on all that child trafficking shit, you know.
What? Okay,
that's a whole separate topic.
Anyway,
at least
and
you know.
Even further on to like the questions as well to put in the comments. If it's not limited to just black ethnicity or anything like that. If you're of like any other ethnicity, listen, just offer your viewpoint and say what you think works well in your community and what you think doesn't work well in your community. Just let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, you come to the end of the episode. We didn't even want to finish this one. We should have just
one love.
Yeah,
don't worry, man. Part 2 pending, man.
Yeah, let us know if you want a part 2, man. Drop a like, subscribe, everything. So you've been here with
Aaron.
Been with man like Shorts. We're here with
man like Sion Shapes,
man like
DCV,
aka
Charge D,
aka
Angle Man, done,
aka. Right, I need a couple AKAs. I need a couple A. Where's my AKAs? Yeah, Big Jiddler the Riddler. You know what's going on.
Shout out to our guest.
Our guest.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Is that what you say? Just J. Just J. Yeah. Just
yeah,
J.
because your name doesn't really define you, innit?
It doesn't.
Tell him again.
It doesn't, fam.
We gotta watch out for the government, you know.
We're out.
We out.
Bless you.
So actually, I'll do it.
Clap. Bro, I'm making something. Bro, am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
No.